Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Deltre. We are back with some more Fire Emblem Fates Lunatic Conquest. Last time we killed every Kitsune, every single one. Yep, all of them are now dead. Unfortunately, we forgot to set our swords to stun this time. As a lot of you guys pointed out, for whatever reason, we weren't able to spare these guys. And I don't know why, because it's not really been an issue to do that so far throughout the story, right? How many times have we completed a battle only for somebody to come up and say, wow, that was an amazing, intense battle. It's really amazing we didn't kill anybody. Yeah, it really is amazing that we didn't kill anybody. It's even more amazing that we didn't think to spare these guys at all. You know, it's funny because I saw that some of you guys actually had some very, very simple rewrites that would have fixed most of that. If they were going to stay narratively consistent, we could have obviously just spared them, as we have been for a lot of the enemies so far. But somebody had actually brought up the idea that you could just simply say that the Kitsune are loyal to Hoshido. There you go. Problem solved. But nope, that's not what happened at all. And completely unsurprisingly, it didn't really seem like too many people were very fond of that last map either, myself included. Major shoutouts to the people that came out to say that that map didn't bother them too much though, but it seemed like a lot of people who, were more lenient with that map either had some nostalgia for it or played on casual mode or like, you know, nothing wrong with that of course, but I'm coming from the perspective of somebody who played it for the first time on hard classic. So with that in mind, I still stand by what I said. I feel like that map is not a very good map for that reason alone, because it's one of those maps that can actually make you feel like it wasn't your fault that you lost. You know what I mean? It's not very clear. And yes, I know I saw like 20 people say, well, Deltre, they actually alternate every other turn. And only this group and that group will ever do the illusion thing and da-da-da-da-da. Guys, does that really matter? Does that suddenly make it a good map? Honestly, it doesn't really. It's kind of neat just to know how it works for, I guess, repeat playthroughs and stuff. But did that actually change anything? Does that change my point at all? Really? It's really just one of those things that makes it, like I was saying, it really feels almost like you could lose that map and it wouldn't be your fault. It may be true that the mechanics work in a certain way that you could repeat. I swear I've seen them not work the way that you guys were describing, but putting that aside, it may be true that they work the same way every time, but how are you going to know that on your first playthrough? Are you not almost guaranteed to lose? And again, coming from my perspective of a hard classic playthrough, aren't you almost guaranteed to let somebody die the first time? Honestly, unless you've already got a stacked out, like whoever, like a stacked out Benny or a stacked out Xander as a Wyvern Lord, if you somehow thought to do this. I mean, yeah, it's easy to say do that now, but keep in mind, when you're playing this for the first time in 2016, when the game just came out, how are you gonna come up with that? If somebody didn't tell you to do that idea, if somebody didn't explain that strategy to you, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's a very strong map. I really just don't. Speaking of maps that are not very strong, let's go ahead and do Chapter 20. We actually didn't get any kind of supports or anything like that after the end of the last one. So we can just jump right into this. Don't blink. Passing through the mountains, the group next encounters the Wind Tribe. Dude tries to convince the tribe's leader to let the group pass without fighting. And yet here we are in Chapter 20, so I guess we can assume that that's not going to work out too well here for Chapter 20, Winds of Change. If Chapter 19 was bad, then this is awful. The only difference is that I feel as though this is closer to an actual map, so I would put this one above Chapter 19, but not by a whole lot, in my opinion, honestly. Again, this is one of those situations where I'm kind of curious, do people, like, how do people feel about this one? Me, I think it's awful. To be honest, this was about the point where I put down my last Fates playthrough. I got to Chapter 20, Lunatic, and I said, okay, I've had about enough of this. Time for something else. But today, I am going to attempt to show you guys something you could do to not give a damn about this chapter, because I did see a few comments saying that this midsection of the game sort of makes people want to put it down and not come back to it, much like myself, honestly. This chapter was the one that did it for me, but I saw a few people saying Chapter 21, which is weird, because I actually like that one, so I guess I'm going to be kind of an outlier for that one. I saw people say they put it down for Chapter 19. Oh, speaking of Chapter 19, though, and in sort of a similar vein to something I'm going to be doing with this one, somebody had mentioned the fact that if you put somebody on the peaks with a hand axe, you basically win that map every time, despite the fact that it's going to take forever, but I just thought that was something worth pointing out. But yeah, we're going to do something today that maybe helps you guys get through this one without having to necessarily sit down and actually play Chapter 20, because, oh, no, I'm not playing this map. You cannot make me. Oh, it's no use, dude.
The Wind Tribe refused to let us pass through their territory. They said if we even set one foot in their land, they'll attack. Big meanies. Don't worry, Elise. We'll figure something out.
This could be trouble.
It's quite bothersome, darling. The Wind Tribe is supposed to be neutral. What's more, cutting through their village is the only safe option we have left.
Big old liars. They're about as neutral as, yeah, I couldn't think of a good example, but you know what I mean. They weren't even remotely swayed when Camilla used their feminine wiles on them. That can only mean one thing. They're gay. Wait. Yeah, you know what? In all fairness, though, have you seen Fuga? That dude is, if I saw that every day in my life, I do not know, guys. They hate Nor, or women, or just Norian women, or just you, Camilla. At least, you silly thing. I did not use wiles of any kind, my love. I have no idea what you're talking about. Feminine wiles, what's that? This whole thing with Camilla not actually understanding the fact that she's, like, attractive is just so hilarious to me, guys. I don't feel like I could possibly make that any funnier than it already is. It reminds me of this girl that I worked with at my first job ever, and this was like an actual concern. Like, she didn't understand why people were generally pretty nice to her, and I'm like, girl, that's her name now for anonymity's sake. Girl, are you serious? Do you need somebody to explain this to you? I don't know, I kind of hope they continue with this running joke. It's so funny to me. But you may have a point about them not liking Nor. Long ago, their village was attacked by faceless sent there by Norian mages. That said, I'm afraid there's probably little we can do to win them over.
Understood.
Well, something must be done. I'm gonna try reasoning with them one more time. You are? Oh, little dude, are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah.
It's our only option, I'm afraid. If that attack still has them apprehensive, I'll apologize on Nor's behalf. We must earn their trust, show them that our new way is the way of peace. Aw, what a sweet little sister I have. But darling, what if they don't listen? What if they try to attack you? The thought is just too much to bear.
Big sister.
I appreciate your concern, Camilla, but I'll be fine. We must end this war as soon as possible. We haven't a moment to lose. As wielder of the Yado, it's my duty to do whatever I can to bring peace to the world. Wait here for me, okay? This may take a while, but I'm certain we'll eventually come to an understanding. Oh, dude, be so careful. 20 chapters later and it still breaks me. Oh, I can see the fierce determination blazing in your eyes, outsider. So this is Fuga. He's huge. Ah, can you? That's good. Who are you?
I am called Fuga.
I am Fuga, chief of the Wind Tribe.
Oh, sorry, I had no idea. I'm Princess Dude of Nor. May I request an audience with you? You would think that her brothers and sisters would keep her a little bit more informed of politics and whatnot, like political figures and all that stuff, especially now that she's kind of out on her own. I don't know, it's just so shocking to think of a political leader not recognize other political leaders, you know what I mean? But even then, Xander and Leo and stuff, they didn't even recognize Izana, so maybe they're just not too, worldly, I guess. Kind of strange to think about, huh? I was informed there were outsiders at the entrance of my village. Not just any outsiders, but ones claiming to be Norian royalty. I'm intrigued. It must have taken great courage for a Norian princess to face me like this. By the way, why is your blade drawn? Oh, so you can see it in about 20 seconds. I see. I will hear what you have to say. You will. Thank you.
Yes, but not here. The winds cry out with a ferocity no mortal could hope to rival. We shall venture to my castle, Rapu. There your story will be heard. Dude, is it? In time, I will require some information. It's about that blade you grasp. Come.
Huh?
Seriously, why did she walk up to this guy's sword already drawn? I understand being careful, but you would think that this would be sort of aggressive in a way. If I'm Fuga, I don't know how I would feel about all this. My sword, Seriously, he just walks right up, like he just knows that it's gonna bounce off his rock-hard abs. That's quite the tale you just told. I believe I understand your aim. Just this once, I will allow your army to pass through this village. I will alert my people that you are welcome guests who are not to be disturbed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Oh, but before I depart, you said there was something you wanted to ask me.
Yes, it is about that golden blade of yours. That is the legendary Yado, is it not?
Oh.
Yes, it is. How did you know?
I used to be close friends with Sumeragi, the former king of Hoshido. I was always enthralled by the various Hoshiden's legends he shared with me. The legend behind that blade of yours particularly captured my imagination.
You were friends with the Hoshiden king, but wouldn't that make you our enemy?
No.
Calm yourself, young princess. That was many years ago. My tribe has since adopted a policy of neutrality in regards to this war. Though Sumeragi was a friend of mine, we are not allied with Hoshido. However,
What's wrong?
Listen well.
that divine Yato is the key to the Seal of Flames. Sumeragi once warned me that if it fell into the wrong hands, it would lead to our world's destruction.
I would never let that happen. This blade, it shows me. Literally in Chapter 5. I didn't have to do a goddamn thing. It was great. The Rainbow Sage told me it was my destiny to wield it. That with this Yato, I was fated to unlock the Seal of Flames and end this war.
But are you truly worthy? I believe a test is in order. If you are unworthy of wielding the Yato, I will pry it from your dead hands. If you are worthy, I'll see you in about 2 turns.
What? But you just said that we could pass through here safely.
You may, if what you say is true, and you truly mean to bring about peace. If not, the blade will fail you, and I shall take up its noble cause in your stead.
No.
I actually kind of like that, though, because Fuga's one of the only people to ever call dude on her shit. For the time being, I can't remember how this exactly ends. But he's like, okay, you think you're some hot stuff? Okay, prove it. You know, and how often does that actually happen? Most people seem to be pretty accepting of the fact that she's just this chosen hero.
Please wait, I don't want to fight you.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, dude. Just show him what you're made of. This battle is no different than all the other ones we fought and won.
Don't worry yourself.
You can do this. You're stronger now than I could ever have imagined. Your family is behind you all the way. Together we shall prevail.
Huh.
Oh, what have we here? 2 more wielders of legendary weapons. The glistening metal of Siegfried working alongside the ancient pages of Brynhildr. This fight will be the stuff of legends. Let me witness the power of those who align themselves with the Yato wielder. Except you, Xander. Sit on the bench, boy. I will gather my best soldiers, including one nearly as skilled as myself. Hayato!
I'm right here, Fuga. A child. You expect me to clash blades with a cute little boy?
I'm not a child. I'm a grown man.
I am no child, fool. My name is Hayato, and I'm way different than Rickon. You should thank the gods you have the chance to face me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you should have the... I can't even... You should thank the gods you have the chance to face one as talented as I am.
Oh.
Right. Who is this kid? He sure is confident for someone so diminutive. He looks shorter than Elise.
What?
What? Hey, what does I have to do with anything? Foul beast! Fuga, we're not gonna let her get away with insulting our honor, are we? Our honor?
Oh. If you're that angry, then exact your revenge on the battlefield. You are the most talented mage in the entire village, young one. Unleash your power and show these outsiders the Wind Tribe's might.
Not like I'm even capable of holding back.
Well then.
Princess Dude! The time has come. We will be waiting outside the castle. Come find us when you're ready to meet your fate head on.
Yes.
Your Fire Emblem. Yes, we've made the joke before. If this is how it must be, then so be it.
Alright guys, don't blink!
Yeah, in hindsight, so I'm actually recording this after the fact because I kind of realized that I skipped out on talking about the enemies and whatnot, right? So the reason this map sucks so much, besides the gimmick itself, is the fact that you're facing a lot of tight quarters and whatnot. So it's very easy to it's very easy for you to get choked up. And the problem with that is that there's a very deviously large number of flyers on this map. You got Falco Knights, you got Kinshi Knights, left and right, every which way. They're all over the place. Not only that, but there's some pretty nasty status stats flying around too. You got this Enfeebled Girl right here, who makes it pretty hard to approach. There's this small little pocket right here where you can move some units, flyers in particular, where they're not getting enfeebled, nor are they getting frozen in place. So you can run up, smack this girl down, or something like that. Hayato here is actually kind of a dangerous boss if he was required. He's not at all. That's the thing. He has Luna Vantage, I think HP plus 5. No, Pride. Unit deals plus 4 damage to foes of equal or higher level. Advanced classes add plus 20. So he's pretty dangerous. He'll probably be higher level than a lot of your boss killers, such as Camilla, dude. Xander, if you're using him, he might be a higher level than Hayato by this point. It really just depends. He also has Duelist Blow, which kind of fits in with his character. I like that. His skill setup is pretty cool. But the problem is that he doesn't move. The only thing
he really does is lock down these treasure chests pretty nicely, because it's very hard to approach this section of the map with Hayato throwing out hexing rods, which is that's really his big thing right here, right? He has the hexing rod, and it's pretty difficult to one-round KO, so that means that you need to use very specific units, and you need to approach in a very specific way in order to not get blasted with that. Yeah, if you hit the first Dragon Bane with Gunter as a Wyvern Lord, he can murder all 3 of these Falco Knights if he is paired up with Dude. Or at least in my case, you can just give him like a rally defense or something and he can do the same. But he can basically take the Hexing Rod, still kill all of these guys, and then survive. And the problem with using somebody like Camilla is the fact that, as you can see, they have Axe Breakers, so you kind of really want to be using the Beast Killer for that. Gunter is actually pretty goddamn good on this map if you're playing it straight, though, just for that reason. He can one-shot everything, and he also doesn't need an axe to do it, and he has easy access to a flying class, so that's something to consider. These Spearmasters are pretty fast with 22 speed. This Guard Naginata guy is particularly bulky, and a lot of these guys also have seal abilities, so if you're not one-rounding them, they're gonna debuff your stats pretty heavily here. This guy has seal strength, these guys have seal speed. Some of these guys down here have both seal strength, seal speed, so you really need to make sure that you're killing these guys off in a single round, otherwise it's gonna get bad. Seal defense, I think that all the major seals are here, in fact. The only one that's not here is seal magic, and as you may have guessed, seal magic sucks. So, you know, there's that. And if that wasn't enough, all these Kinshinettes sort of lock down your flyers in a way. So you have to be careful with how you do that. As we saw, though, these guys actually... Oh, wait, spoilers. These Kinshi Knights over here on the right-hand side actually don't move unless you're in range of at least one of these spear users as well, though, so... they're not actually as dangerous as they might seem. It's kind of important to know that fact, though. If you were just doing it at a glance, you would probably not guess that. And if that were the case, you may be a little bit more tempted to preserve your flyers. Or to keep them out of this area, I guess I should say. I'm pretty sure I talked about what's in the treasure, so yeah, that's basically it for the map. Okay, so this is what we look like. Now, normally I would take some time to explain why everybody is the way that they are. However, this map isn't really gonna last that long. The only thing that matters is that Camilla has 47 attack with the Killer Axe, and she has like more than 52 with the Steel Axe. I might need the Killer Axe, I might need the Exhilarating, it just depends. It honestly just depends. She got Arthur paired up in her back pocket as well, so that she's super strong. And that's all that really matters here. Everything else is just kind of irrelevant, I'm sorry to say. Now, the reason that we are going to be doing what we are doing is because of this gimmick right here. It is so bad. It is so bad, guys. Originally, I thought that by this point, since I've done this playthrough, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at this game, to be perfectly honest, but I kind of forgot just how dumb the wind patterns on this map are, to be honest. So, this is the gimmick right here. At the end of the enemy phase, any of your units caught in the wind's path will be moved 5 spaces. If there is nowhere to stand, they will be moved to the nearest safe space. Doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't sound too bad. And also, when you use the Dragon Bane, anybody who activates a Dragon Bane from within the wind tile will not be moved. When you activate the Dragon Bane itself, the enemies are also moved by these wind tiles. So the yellow wind tiles move you north by 5 tiles, and the red wind tiles or the orange wind tiles move you south by 5 tiles. It's pretty simple, and it's not terrible in concept. In practice, though, the wind just appears in such patterns that screw you over entirely. Now, in this chest is 10,000 gold. Wouldn't that be nice? Over here is a rescue staff. And over here in this one, probably the least important chest of all, unless you have a magic Corrin, I guess, or like Connor or something, is a Dragonstone Plus. Not getting any of that. Not getting any of that. Not even 10,000 gold is worth playing this map normally, in my opinion. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take Dude, we're going to move her right here. Then we're going to take Gunter, who's paired up with Ajua. We are going to switch the two and dance. Like so. I guess we can turn on animations for whatever it's worth. Then we are going to... Oh, by the way, these guys don't move until you're in range of somebody else. You have to be in range of either this Great Master or these Spear Masters in order for these Kinshi Knights to move. That's kind of an important part of all this. Then we're going to take Mozu, who is paired up with Yaoi. Yeah, that's right, I promised the people Yaoi, and Yaoi they shall get. Now we're going to take Elise. We're going to hit this Dragon Bane right here. Like so. And this is going to do the whole movement crap. We're going to blow some of those enemies down to us so we can get a little bit of experience here. And we're going to blow Dude up to the north. Now, as you may have noticed, this is a Seas map. This is a Seas map, but these priestesses up here, they have Yumis. So just flying a flyer up here is no good because they'll get blown away, basically. There's no Delphi shield or anything like that, so you just kind of have to deal with it. But fortunately, Leo is a goddamn tank. The tank of all tanks. So what we're going to do is pair him up with Dude. He's getting a nice meaty chunk of, oh my god. Nothing but cinders, he says. Goodbye. That's great for Leo. Because he's paired up with Dude, though, he's getting a nice meaty +4 to his defense. He's already fairly tanky in and of himself. And then I'm pretty sure that he has at least a C with Dude by now, so he's getting 2 more defense essentially because of Dude's personal ability. So that's very nice for him. Now, the way that Mozu got blown, as you can see, puts her right here. She's paired up with Yaoi with the Enfeeble Staff. Now all we're going to do is we're going to kill this guy because we can, honestly. And we're going to take this opportunity to get a few more support points, some for Niles, and some for Silas and Selena as well. So we can take Selena right about here, shoot this guy with the Sunderos, which actually does matter, so if I miss this, I'm not going to be getting the kill, unfortunately. Well, we do hit, though, luckily enough. Now Silas can come through, rock this guy's face off with the heavy metal. You know, it's really scary because after I named this, I got a Facebook notification asking me to join a heavy metal group, and I don't record this on the same computer that I do all my internet and crap on, so I'm pretty sure that this playthrough has, put me on some kind of list or something. Pretty decent level up there. No HP, but that's to be expected. I'm about ready to just replace you with Sophie, man. Maybe like for the end game or something. Anyways, we're gonna move Camilla right there. And with Niles, we can move him all the way in. Switch over to Laszlo. Laszlo, if you prefer. Micaiah's long-lost relative. And he's going to kill all of these mages because he can, and honestly, he needs that experience. We actually didn't end up getting him to level 4 after the end of the last map. Because as you may have remembered, I got blown away. Or Jacob got blown away, more specifically. God damn it. So we already knew he wasn't getting speed there. I need him to get speed. I really do. There's going to be a buyable speedway coming up here soon, but since I'm passing up the treasure on this map, I don't know how much additional funds I'm really going to have, you know what I mean?
I hope some girls are watching.
Man, yeah, money's going to be a little bit tighter than I would have hoped. But I actually saw some gold bars I haven't sold. And Percy, yeah, that's his name. Percy's Paralog is not too far off. It's not too far off, so we should be able to get at least a little bit of our money back there. And there's plenty more money throughout the rest of the game as well. It's just that missing 10,000 is really no joke, honestly. It really just kind of blows, especially considering I would have liked to buy some more weaponry, really. I did have to spend money on the Killer Axe for this to be a little bit more reliable. If I really wanted to, I could just rely solely on Yaoi. It's very powerful. She's very powerful after all. But in the off chance she misses, I want to have an out, basically. You know, if we just hit this 37, I win automatically, but I guess we'll see what happens. Are you worthy to follow she who wields the legendary Yada? If so, prove it. Weren't you just talking about Leo 5 seconds ago? Why don't they have a conversation? That would have been neat. That would have definitely been neat. So getting lunged up here actually kind of sucks. That's not a very likely scenario. Yeah, getting lunged in this specific pattern is just not very likely, I don't think. Because there were so many different tiles from which these guys could have attacked. I don't think that that's actually going to make too big of a difference if we can hit the Enfeeble. If not, then I think we probably aren't going to look so good here. Let's see it, 50%er, and we got him. We got him, boys. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 1 is to beat him down with the power of Yaoi, basically. Step 2 would be Camilla. Let's Camilla it up a little bit. So we're going to transfer Ashura over to Elise. Move all in with Camilla, because there's really no reason not to. The only reason not to would be to play the map normally, and that's not going to happen. So, like, yeah, no. Get that dance, get a level up for Ashura as well, because, you know, it matters, right? Skill, speed. Okay, now she's a good fighter. Yeah, oh, yeah. Kidding, of course. Oh, wow, yeah, here we go. So because he switched to the... That's right, I gave her the dual club in case this happened. That's right. I forgot that I had so many different outs here. So I'm going to use the dual club now. Because we hit the Enfeeble, he's basically done unless we miss a 76er. Or he hits this 50 and gets a soul. Which is possible, but it didn't happen at all. So that's chapter 20. The power, I see it now. Yeah, damn right you do. That's Camilla you're talking to. Let's see this level up too. It's no doubt gonna be amazing. Oh. Hell yeah, Camilla! I'll take that secret book for release. Is there like anything else I can even kill here at this point? I really don't think that there is. Honestly, I'm just gonna get some staffs for Felicia. Go ahead and blow through this one a little bit. And yeah, we're done here. Oh yeah. You thought I was playing chapter 20 legit? Oh, no, definitely not. Oh, who do you think I am? What do I look like to you? Some kind of madman? Yeah, I could bash my head against a brick wall for 20 hours. I could jump off the nearest building, or I could just do this. You fought well, dude, as did your loyal allies, especially that Camilla fellow. I see now you are truly worthy of wielding the Yado. The Divine Blade chose well.
Do you truly believe that? I really didn't do much there. Well, thank you. I'm so happy for your approval, Fuga. Why are you smiling like that? You look ridiculous. You didn't even pay me any attention. What about me, Hayato? You just ignored my whole part of the map. Look, it's... Shut up. I'm just so grateful to finally put my doubts to rest. All this time, I struggled with the question of whether or not I'm worthy. Whether or not I chose the right path. Whether I can truly use this Divine Blade to bring peace to the world. For our fated hero, she's so humble. It's odd.
All will be well.
Worry not, young princess. Your power is beyond question, and your aim is true. No matter what path you walk or which kingdom you fight for, I'm certain you will always make the right choice and use that blade for good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fuga.
Suppose I must.
Fine. If Fuga accepts you as a hero, I suppose I must do the same.
Yes.
Thanks, Hayato. Glad to hear it.
Listen.
But know that the next time we meet on the battlefield, I won't lose. Next time you'll have to fight me. Divine Blade or no Divine Blade, I won't tolerate a defeat. While you're off saving the world, I'm gonna keep training. When this war is over, come face me again. If you have the guts, that is.
Understood.
Oh, well, I better end this war soon then. I don't need you getting any stronger. Look at you, so adorable. How tall are you anyways, 4'5"? Shut up! You speak the truth. I look forward to our rematch. Good luck, dude. May the winds ever be at your back.
Well then.
Come, dude. I'll show your people the way through our village. Well, that was easy.
Listen.
Are you ready for this, dude? We'll arrive at the Hoshidan capital soon. Yeah, sorry, Azura. Deltry just told me that hat's not in the budget anymore. What? Really? That's bullshit. I love this hat. Yeah, really sorry about that, but the editing is just too much. Fine, then. The battles ahead will be our most difficult yet. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
I'm ready. As ready as I'll ever be.
So, yeah. That's chapter 20. Chapter 21 will be a little bit more interesting, no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind, but all that said, I am a little bit pressed for time today. Unfortunately, I've just been so busy lately, guys. I've just been so epically busy lately. It's kind of ridiculous. Still, though, that said, I hope that you enjoyed this shorter little part. I honestly did sit down and try to figure out a way to get all the treasure and crap, but nah, not worth it, not worth it. Anyways, that said, I will catch you guys on the next one when we do chapter 21. See you guys then. Peace.